Zane Clodfelter, Preston Leinenbach. It's the exit interview. The games have been called, and Ryan Brown is done as the Otters broadcaster. How's it feel?
Bittersweet, like dark chocolate. I don't really like dark chocolate.
So what makes it bitter? What makes it sweet?
The sweetness is getting to remember everything you did. You know, the sweet, and that's, I know this we're lighthearted, but genuinely, doing this for a few months, the sweet is you get to remember all the wonderful time and the wonderful people you get to meet. And the bitter is realizing that while it's not over, and like, I mean, it is an end. It is changing. All this stuff will be in my memory now. So that's that.
Yeah, so we met you as you rolled into town. It was an exhibition game. Your initial impressions of Evansville, just as a true outsider coming in here for the first time.
Evansville, you're talking about like the town, right? Evansville, you know, I thought it was a really cool town. If anyone ever listened into the broadcast, which first of all, my apologies, and then two, you will also know that I love talking about bodies of water, and that's something I discovered about myself this summer, and I don't know why that is. I cannot explain to you what that phenomenon is, but I am captivated with the idea that this is a river city.
You grew up in Pittsburgh, though, so three rivers
right.
there.
Where I grew up was the origin of the Ohio River, and now it feels like I've just been dipped onto a raft and I washed up ashore, and here I am in Evansville. I could have just floated my way down the Ohio River, and so I really did think it was a cool town right at the get-go, and it proved me right.
Preston, you have a question?
Overall, where to begin? I guess what has changed over the course of the summer compared to maybe your expectations or initial impressions from the beginning of the season?
Man, you know, it's a good question. I mean,
because we talked a lot, even going back to last year, the pandemic year, and I tried my best to prepare you through phone conversation on what to expect.
And I think you did a really good job. I think, you know, I learned things. I feel bad. Like this is almost like a very honest, but I learned things about myself. You know, I came in. I was almost obsessed with, in my mind, trying to do like a, you know, perfect something. But Zane always says, you strive for perfection and settle for excellence. And you know, and to be honest with you, like that is kind of what you do to some degree. You do strive for perfection, but at some point when you've done, 20 days in a row, you've just had a 6-game road trip, an 8-hour bus ride. You do like a Monday half work day, and it's a Tuesday game, and you're just crushed and tired. You've got to say, you know what, I'm going to watch BP today, and I'm not going to research the opposing starting pitcher tonight. You know, sometimes you got to make those sacrifices.
You made that sacrifice when I did a game with the Gateway earlier this year, too.
Yes, I did.
The broadcast turned out okay.
I knew Zane was going to help carry the broadcast, so I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to just kind of hang out for this one. He's got it.
Now, your favorite thing about Bosse Field and your least favorite thing about Bosse Field, we got to know.
You know, I know my least favorite. Because I was prepped on that one ahead of time. That's not what. The favorite, wow, they're okay. So the favorite is a very particular time on the Tuesday bus rides in the early morning to Chicago. You come in and the rays of sunshine actually hit like underneath through the roof.
Okay.
So you come up through that tunnel there, the sun blinds you through the tunnel. You can't see the field. And you pop out of the tunnel, and there the gorgeous diamond opens up in front of you. It's magic. It is.
Can we pan around and get just a live?
Can we do a little bit of that?
Yeah, there we go.
Now at night, which is what you're seeing now, you've got now the lights are somewhat messing with that, but when you turn on these lights, you look up and you see nothing but black. I mean, just black skies, and they go on forever, and you look like you're staring into infinity. So that's also cool. I think we've talked about that before.
Yeah.
Now, there is a two-way tie. That's a two-way tie for what's best about Bosse Field. There's a two-way tie for what's worst. As a broadcaster, it's the roof. I didn't complain about it all season long. I let people think, man, he has no idea anything about a fly ball. He's like, boy, you'll hear on the broadcast, and here's a fly ball hit well by Cordero, going back, and it's caught about medium depth in the outfield, possibly shallow. And you're like, what the heck is this guy doing? This roof here completely obscures your view of any fly ball, but that's a sacrifice that you make as a broadcaster with a 106-year-old ballpark because you're a professional, okay? And you should be able to read the outfielders. So that's one. The second thing, it's actually something I love about Bosse Field. That brick wall is so cool. I am mesmerized by the brick wall, and it drives me crazy that there really is no good solution as to how to incorporate that back into a home run wall. Because it would be the greatest home run wall in professional baseball.
I guess moving the field, right? If you just
You'd have to move the
back
field,
its original-
and then what are you going to do with the stands, though? Then the fans are so far back.
Then do what they've done at Dodger Stadium and just keep adding suites to the front. That's what they did at Dodger Stadium.
You could try to do. That to me is like the closest thing. But to have that wall incorporated, grow ivy on it, it would be.
What about the party deck, though? A lot of people would be upset.
Could you put the party deck? You know what? Actually, just leave the party deck there. Make it in play.
Okay.
Party deck is in play.
You want to be in charge?
Yeah,
No,
sure.
no.
I'll talk to the right fielders ahead of the game.
Okay. Preston.
All right, so kind of a similar route here, from more of a baseball perspective, being with the team, with the coaching staff, either here at home or on the road. Favorite things, in your encounters with them. Least favorite is in going on the road trips, that kind of thing.
You mean like my favorite stuff on the road?
Yeah, when you're with just being around the
Being
team
around
on the
the team.
field, baseball, not just Bosse Field, but with the team involved.
At the Stuckies
You know what,
in Central Illinois on the side of the road.
I don't want to implicate anybody, but if somehow this person should run across it, he knows who he is. I learned a lot about games of chance on my time on the road, and I had some wizened figures, kind of, and that really could range from everybody, and it just kind of helped me out through it, and I think I am going to in my future lose a lot of money thanks to that advice. So that's my hope. Yeah, so that would be my favorite thing because those were great memories. The least favorite, I could not believe how the interstate would not end on the way back from Avon, Ohio. That was pretty. I felt like I was in the Twilight Zone. I was looking over, like, where's Rod Sterling? Like, this won't end. So yeah, that road trip back was the toughest.
You never had to go to Traverse City, though.
I didn't have to go to Traverse City, but I like Michigan.
So not when the hotel rooms weren't ready, one particular location.
There was one time the hotels weren't ready, and I was very concerned that was going to be a problem. That was going to be kind of a hullabaloo. No, everyone really took that in stride and made my life very easy for that. I was very thankful.
My final question, Preston can ask one more and we'll wrap this up because you're a busy man. Your favorite...
I just got released. I'm not that busy.
You did get released. So on the premise of that question,
Sorry.
I'm heartbroken myself, to be honest with you. As a former contract signee, your favorite person on Andy McCauley's staff, including him?
So what you mean to say is, as a former Evansville Otter,
As a former Evansville Otter,
which
yes.
technically,
Yeah.
I will use that to the day I die.
Yeah, you can always go back and watch his tryout.
Steve Tassler approved.
Steve Tassler approved. Deputy commissioner. And man, my favorite of everybody on the Evansville Otters.
Of the staff.
Oh, of the staff.
So not the players.
Oh man. You know what? I think everyone. I think.
No, you have to
No,
pick one.
No, wait.
Not
no,
that easy.
I think everyone on the staff knows how much I appreciate them and their knowledge, and I don't think anyone would disagree with saying that the moment that you watch Boots Day lay down bunts like a seasoned veteran that he is, like nobody's business, would put on a clinic in batting practice, then there could be no other answer than that. Especially in the year that we got to commemorate his 55th season in professional baseball. So.
Before you came to Evansville, you had previously spent a summer in summer collegiate ball calling games.
Oh my God.
On a side note, how in your opinion, have you grown in your broadcasting and your calling since that summer? Since you went to the next level from summer collegiate.
That's a Pulitzer Prize winning question right there, ladies and gentlemen.
To professional baseball.
So
Because I know you get frustrated very easily with some of your calls. But.
So the first.
How do you think you're better?
The first thing is I think I'm a little bit better because when we travel on the road, I'm not using a card table to call games. That would be the first thing. The second, which is not a knock, but that was me being goofy. The second thing, it's all about repetition. It's all about getting reps in. But the most is I try to listen to the rhythm of the game more. It's going to sound completely phony to everybody else. Like, what the heck's he talking about? It's like when you listen to people talk about their crafts or whatever. It's like, what are you talking about? But baseball has a rhythm, and every game seems to have its own rhythm. So for all the times that I've walked on stories or questions by asking them with 2 strikes and 2 outs in the inning, which you probably shouldn't do, starting to feel recognize that each game has its own melody, listening to it, and then just trying to basically hear what the one songbird tosses out and then toss out.
And then the last one for me is your fellow press box coworker, and this summer as the guy who hired you and your boss. Mm-hmm. You could go maybe 2 things that you liked about me and dislikes.
Wow.
Same for me too.
You can put it all out there on the table about these 2 guys right here to your left.
Oh, it's all out. It's all coming out. These are boom, boom, boom,
Great, let's
bars.
go.
I think the first thing I like about Preston would be how. Gosh darn, how do I put this? You were incredibly understanding. You were incredibly understanding, and I made a bajillion mistakes. I might be the most mistake-prone human I've ever met. It's actually incredible. And you always handle them with grace and never made me feel like an idiot for doing it. So that was incredible. The thing that actually really bugs me about you is that he's very hesitant with the nickname Presstown. And his name is Preston. And he works as the director of communications for a professional baseball team, Presstown. And he's gotten that name before, and he's not just like embraced it, like hugged it, like, yes, I am Presstown. I am the town where the press commences. Sorry, I get a little worked up, but yeah, I'll never get over that. With Zane, I think the first thing I admire about Zane, we talked about the strive for perfection, self for excellence. Zane, you are a professional.
Thanks. You are too, man.
You care about the game. You care about the legacy. You care about the history. You care about this field. It's tough to find. It's tough to. That's you can't. Oh, here's the best way to put it. You can't fake that. You can't fake that, and that's excellent. And so caring makes a difference. The thing that I think I dislike most about Zane is that he was once talking about we were sitting around watching a Cardinals-Cubs game on Sunday night TV, and we were going over, and he was telling me the story. He goes, back when Bobby was at IU, and I go, does he mean our Bobby, referring to hitting coach Bobby Siegel? Well, apparently there's some guy named Bobby Knight. I mean, I don't know who that is. and he
that was at my apartment.
And I've never forgotten about this. No, I've never been allowed to forget about that moment. So yeah, that would be my least favorite thing.
He grew up in Pennsylvania. That's Big Ten country because he's young enough. Penn State's been a member of the Big Ten since he's been around.
Hail to Pitt. Hail to Pitt.
Okay, that's Bobby Knight. Come on, Bobby Knight. Let's wrap it up.
I do have a question.
Oh my gosh. Okay,
sorry to interrupt.
Trevor Bell is our videographer. Trevor, your question.
Okay, so Ryan, you're obviously pretty ambitious, got a bright future ahead of you. Where do you see yourself August 15th, 2022?
Oh, wow.
Oh, that is Pulitzer Prize winner right there.
Wow. Wow, he stumped me.
Oh my God.
He totally stumped me. He did.
He
made me
wants to be
speechless.
back here, but he just don't know if
I don't know if I'll be
law
allowed.
school will allow it.
That genuinely, it's like seriously, it's kind of that. You know, if I couldn't choose, yeah, Petco Park would probably be number one, of course, because warm and sunny San Diego. What could be it? You know what? I have an answer for this one. I'm sorry it took so long. You might want to try to do some magic with the Adobe Premiere Pro, which I learned thanks to you. August 15th, 2022, if it's a home game, I would like to be back home at PNC Park. And I say that now because I have not gotten to attend a Major League Baseball game since 2019 in Cincinnati. And I'd like to be back there next year.
We hope that for you too. To sign off, Ryan Brown Oyce was a man of catchphrases and sayings that he floated for his broadcast, and a lot of times he would stop
Many
by
puns.
many times, and he would throw out an idea and
Much
you'd look at
reference
him.
humor.
Yeah, so you've always wanted to end the game with it. So
Oh my goodness!
please-
This is classic.
please end our exit interview by saying
Do you want me to do the as you do for
however you want to end it. This is
For
yours.
Zane Clodfelter, Preston Leinenbach. I messed it up. Let me try one more time. For Zane Clodfelter, Preston Leinenbach, I'm Ryan Brown. That ought to do it.